Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Edit. My name is Jared Hux. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer based out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and today we are working in Lightroom. Let's go ahead and get started. This is from an engagement shoot, and I just had a great time with it. It was a beautiful golden hour shoot, and just something I thought would be a really good example while I'm talking today. I had a few things I wanted to go over and talk with you about, just things that have kind of been on my mind, and while I'm doing that, we're going to edit this portrait into something that I would deliver to my clients. So let's get started here. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today is motivation, okay? Now, when I mean motivation, I don't necessarily mean like how to take a better photo or to make yourself a more knowledgeable photographer. All those things are things that you can get anywhere. I know because that's exactly what I needed to hear. And if you need to hear those types of things, I completely agree. You have to be motivated in making yourself the best that you can be. But at the same time, you have to also take into account that it's not just going to happen overnight, no matter how good of a photographer you are. There's plenty of people out there that are worse photographers than you are, and they're making money. And my whole point behind saying this is that you have to be better at business than you do photography to make money at photography. And you have to hustle. No matter what it is that you do, whether it's editing for people, or if you're a graphic designer or anything like that, it doesn't matter what field. If you're selling cars or you're a janitor, you have to hustle at what you're doing to be good at it. I was told a few years back in an old field that I was in, I used to teach dance professionally, which is, very different from what I do nowadays. But the reason I bring it up is because I had a mentor who one day told me that if he had to leave the business that day and was told he could never come back, what he would do was be successful for the rest of his life. It doesn't matter what it was that he had to do. He knew that he would live his life successful. And that's because he took the motivation to make himself the person he wanted to be. And that's how I've always kind of wanted to live my life. I want to be the best business person I can be, no matter what field it is that I'm in. And right now I'm in photography and I enjoy it thoroughly. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to spend my time making sure that people around me would eventually know me as a photographer. Now I have friends in all these different types of places that I used to, work in that now know me as a photographer instead of the guy that used to do this or used to do that. I've made a name for myself in photography, at least in a small way. But my point is that I work 70 hours a week between my full-time job and my part-time job. And that is a lot of time, folks. I don't know what it is that you may do. You may have a part-time job. You may be a student. You may be someone who just is trying their best to make it work full-time as a photographer. But I gotta say that when things got tough, and if I needed money, I have a job that kind of helps me get through that. Now, yes, that puts me at a little bit of an advantage when it comes to pricing and those types of things for other full-time photographers. But I know that if it gets slow and I'm in a tough spot financially, I have to be able to pay the bills. And what I do allows me to do that. I have to hustle. Hustle, hustle, hustle. That is the word of the day, word of the week, word of the month, whatever it is for you. It is a fantastic way of just living your life. Hustle at everything possible. And that's really all I wanted to say to you guys today is that I hustle through everything. I work really, really hard. Right now it is 2 a.m. and I am glad to do this video for you guys because I enjoy this. This is something that I really enjoy. This is actually something that I like to wind down doing. This is my off time. But I enjoy making something beautiful like this for my clients, something that just got published actually on a few blogs, which is really nice. But this is a wonderful opportunity for me to be just open and honest about what I'm doing in this in this industry and those types of things. No, I'm not the best photographer. No, I'm not the best priced. No, I'm not the best paid. But what I am is someone who enjoys his job. And right now, I'm making a pretty decent living doing something that I love. And that's something a lot of people can't say. But what I can say is that if there is something out there that you love to do, you can do it on some level. If it's ballroom dancing, or if it's painting, or if it's brewing, or if it's, making clothes, there is something you can do throughout your day that allows you to do your passion. And if you want to make money with your passion, you can. But if it's not a smart investment to put yourself in a place where you can make money doing that full time, then do it on the side. Right now, I'm in my 4th year of photography. And, I'm beginning my 4th year of photography, 3rd full year of photography. But my point is that last year I was not where I needed to be. 2 years ago, I definitely wasn't where I needed to be full time. And I'm almost there. I'm almost where I want to be. And yes, I'm going to eventually have to take a leap of faith, but I had to put myself in a position where I knew that it was a smart investment to do so. And it took a long time for me to get there. And it's okay to do something that you like on the side. Because, when I was taking paying jobs on the side during the summer, I was able to buy the cameras I wanted and the lenses and, purchase the workshop DVDs and those types of things. All the things that I really, really needed to become a more educated photographer. All these things that helped me grow are all because I also had a full-time job. So my point is that don't give up a good thing for an unsure thing. If you have the opportunity to do what you like, that's wonderful. But if you're not there yet, that's okay. Believe me, I've been at this for quite a while, and there's people in other industries that have been at this much, much longer than that. There's people out there that have been trying their best to make it as a musician, and they're not there yet. So don't jump out there and put yourself in a position where you're going to harm you or your family because you're not making enough money or something like that. Just work hard at what you're doing and hustle. I mean, you only need 6 or 8 hours of sleep. That's a third of the day. If you're only at work for another 8, spend time with your family or whatever else, or maybe just cut it down to 6 hours a night of sleep like I do, and take time to do things that you love. Use the weekends, use late nights, use early mornings. Use the time in the car listening to educational things or trying to put together a mental list of things that you need to do to better yourself in your passion. And that is the end of my edit. This, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. This is the before. That is not the before. That is another edit I did. Okay. This is the before, which shows you really low contrast. This was an 85 millimeter into the sun, so that's why I always lose contrast there. But bringing it back to my edit, this is the finished edit. I love the greens. I love the gold. I love how much light I have on them. I love how sharp it is. And that is a finished edit, my friends. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you'd like to see more of my work, please do check out the rest of the channel. Make sure to subscribe and comment in the section below. That way I know what you guys are liking, disliking, or something you'd like to see more of in the future. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.